Good morning. Welcome to Miranda Detailing. In today's episode, we have two vehicles in for maintenance washes. One is ceramic coated, the other is not. Can you guess which is which? Comment down below towards the middle or end of the video when you've decided which is which. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. Watch the whole video through because you might miss stuff. And then you'll ask silly questions, and then later on in the video I answer that question. It happens. Don't be silly. Here are the two vehicles. One's in the garage, one's out here, because of course I can't fit both in the garage. They both came in last night for their maintenance washes. Now this one here, you've seen both of these on the channel. And we've already had this one in a couple of times for water spot removal and some other issues. And this one, you may also remember, I'll put one of the cards up there, and I know it's kind of giving away the answer, but it doesn't matter. But you will see how the vehicle, the surface of the vehicle is reacting on this one, and you'll see how it's reacting on this one. Now, as we look around on this one, yeah, it looks bad. It looks bad. Granted, this just came back from a beach trip, so it looks really, really bad. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Ooh, ew. Oh no. Yuck. Yeah. Now we'll see what happens with these water spots. The owner is taking really good care of this one. It was already polished twice. Basically, paint enhancements to remove really bad water spots that were on here. You see them here, but again, it's not clean. So we'll wash it first, and then we'll see what's going on. I think we're going to start with the red one or the black one first. Which one you want to start?
Black one. The
black one? Okay, we'll move this one out of the way. The black one's the worst. We'll get started on this. So here's the Tahoe out in the sun. Let's take a look. Yeah, and the wheels are really bad. Now I also have an issue with the door PPF trim that we put here. It's starting to peel up, unfortunately. So we'll address that. We'll probably just rip that off and put new ones on because we did install the edge, and that's the only one that's starting to come apart under the doors. Door handles, those are fine. But yeah, look how bad this thing is. And again, it just went to the Outer Banks. So it's a mess. Inside, I'll show you a little bit of the inside. We're gonna focus more on the outside. Yeah, the owner put in these really cool custom mats. They're like a leather mat. So you can clean them, but we're not gonna take them out because, you know, they're kind of a pain to install. When we do full details, we will. But these are maintenance, so we're not going to take those out. We're just gonna clean them as they stand there. Let's get started on this thing. We're gonna really do a good pre-wash. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna test the not rinsing and do a really good snow foam on it. And then we'll see what's what. So for the snow foam, I'm going to use AM Details Wax Safe Snow Foam. The reason I'm gonna do that on the black Tahoe is because there is protection on there. So I don't want to use something too high alkaline, like say this. Actually, this is low. This is more of an acidic wash, or something like this that has iron removers and all that other stuff in it. These are very strong. These are designed for ceramic coatings. But for now, we're going to use this. And I am going to do this in the method or the style of snow foaming before pre-rinsing. I'm going to try this out because this is a really good example. This thing is nasty, and usually I would pre-rinse. Again, I am in the sun, but it's not super, super hot and humid today, so I can get away with this. If it was really, really hot and humid, I probably wouldn't do this. I would rinse first, and then I would snow foam. So you determine what you need to do. It's not a rule. Does the snow foam work better if you don't rinse? I think that's so negligible. I really don't think it matters much. Because the more important question is, you know, can you put snow foam on a super hot vehicle, black vehicle in the sun? I don't think that's a smart idea. You don't have the dwell time. It's not going to clean as effectively. So pre-rinsing is really, of course, smarter to do that. And actually, John from Forensic Details explains that as well. So yes, can it clean better without pre-rinsing? You know, basically it can, but then again, it's just not advantageous to just do that all the time. So I'm gonna put a few ounces in here. I'm not gonna measure it perfectly because I'm not worried about it. That's about 2 ounces. A little bit more than halfway. If you want to check this stuff out for yourself, you can get AM Details products on Car Supplies Warehouse. Enter code Miranda10, get 10% off. These are from AM Details in Scotland. My buddy Alan Medcraft developed his own products, and they are amazing. They may be on the little pricier side because they're coming from Scotland, and Car Supplies Warehouse is the only one who carries it right now. But give it a try if you're looking for some really, really good products. I've used this product before, that's why I'm saying that. This is not new to me. Doesn't matter what foam cannon you use. Some foam cannons are better than others. I have the MTM one here. It is a little pricey, but it is higher end. So if you want it, I'll have links down below. We have a bunch of other foam cannons that work really well. And Car Supplies Warehouse also has more affordable options, and they also work just as well. But if you like this wide bottom one, this is nice. You know, it doesn't tip over like the other 32 ounce bottles do. So just an option. Whoa. Now, do you want runny or thick? Kind of up to you, but this is a little thicker than what I want, but it's okay. It's starting to run down, so I'll leave it as is.
That's fun.
It is fun. So I'm gonna let this dwell for as long as I can. Again, we are in full sun, but it's not extremely hot and humid out, so I can let this dwell for a little bit. But you can see that it is emulsifying and it's pulling those particles and dirt and junk off. And look, it's pre-cleaning the tire. So this is slightly higher alkaline. It is wax safe, but of course you don't want to do this every single time. Maybe every other wash, or kind of depending on how bad it is. This was really bad, but you can see it's actually cleaning the paint really well. And I'm very impressed with its cleaning power on the tires. That's a good indication of its cleaning power, is seeing what it does to the tires. I don't want it too dry on the tires or on the wheels, so I'm going to spray a little bit more. I'm going to spray a little bit more of this just because it's been maybe 2 minutes and this is already starting to dry a little bit, which is okay. It's not going to kill the paint, it's not going to damage anything, but it is better if we keep it wet a little longer. So if you are wanting longer dwell times like this, you may be using a little bit more product. If you're using, say, the Built Hamber Auto Foam to do your snow foaming like this, or your pre-wash, and you are mobile, you're in the sun with heat and humidity on a hot car, this is cool because it just came out of the garage. But if you're doing that, oh, thank you. Then you may need longer dwell times and you may need more product. You may need to foam it a few times to keep the foam on there doing its job. But you can see it's running, and yeah, it's taking care of the spots. Not bad at all. You know what? Go ahead and rinse it off now.
Oh, good, 'cause I want to.
Reach the top.
Okay.
I don't think you're doing anything.
Yep.
That's not doing anything.
Got it. Perfect.
So this is just pre-washing, and you can see that the protection, it's sheeting, And it could be because there's still some particles on there. We didn't contact wash it yet. Did it do a good job? Yeah, I think it did. Did it get everything? No, I'm thinking maybe 80, maybe 90%. But look, it's beating still. Not tremendously, but it is. And it did a good job at removing some of those water spots as well. Now those water spots really was just rain, salt, junk like that on the paint. It wasn't really hard etched water spots. Whoa, better get out of the way here. Missy's gonna get us wet. All right, so for the actual shampoo that we're going to use the Nano Magic shampoo from Kosh Chemi. Now, this is pretty cool. I got this little guy here, and actually Car Supplies Warehouse sells a version like this. This one is unique because of this little guy in here. You can actually adjust that up and down, and check out what happens. You fill it, and say you fill it past the mark. Oh no, I wanted 2 ounces. It goes back down, which is really cool, to the exact amount that you need. How awesome is that? So 2 ounces will go in here. Ideally, filling up the foam cannon with water first is better because it minimizes like a bunch of foam in there, but yeah, I've done it both ways and it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. It's about halfway. Perfect. That's another reason why it's good to have multiple foam cannons, because you'll be switching things out, and sometimes if you have a little bit left, you don't want to waste that. So I have like 3 or 4 different foam cannons that are filled up with different chemicals or empty at certain times so that I can refill them up with proper shampoos and pre-washes. Ready to foam?
Yeah.
Ready to foam?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
We're using the Nano Magic from Koch Chemi. So just to quickly go over the paint, look, the protection is actually holding up fairly well. I mean, it's not like perfect beating, but yeah, it's definitely still on there. The pre-wash did its job. You can see there's stuff hanging on down there. But what are you doing?
Sorry.
I'm not done yet.
We were filming.
We are filming. Hold
Foaming.
on. Oh, foaming. Okay, let's foam. It smells delicious, like bananas. No, it's not supposed to be easier. It's supposed to hold the foam cannon. Oh my goodness. You know, it'd be easier if we designed a robot that could clean the cars for us. That would be amazing. What? No. Why would I say something meaner?
Because you're mean to me all the time? Is that on camera?
That's a good one, babe. That is hilariousness. You is like comedian. You make me laugh.
Like a mute button for me or something? That's what you would have said if you weren't on camera.
Good one, babe. Good one. Well, the paint still feels slick, so that's good. I feel a little bit of bumpiness, but it's just to be expected.
Soak my foot.
That's what happens. Life of a detailer. Oh wow, at least you foamed up the top. That's good. Long arms like a T-Rex. That's right. I think the T-Rex got angry and the Brontosaurus was making fun of its short arms. Yeah, this leaves some great protection behind. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. That Kosh Chemi stuff is awesome. Now we just pulled it in because it is starting to get a little hot out. Let's focus on these little guys. Now, usually this is not part of our maintenance, but these are just so bad. And it's just a swipe mark, don't worry about that. And wifey apparently just couldn't take it, and she has to go overboard and try to get these out, try to remove them. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, there's another one right over there. We're gonna use a red pad, see if that can cut it. If not, then we'll switch over to like an orange pad and see if we can get those out. What she's using is Vonix Blend. This is an all-in-one. It's an SiO2 all-in-one. And then we can top it with this, which is the SiO2 Pro.
Just a little bit here. Just to get the bugs out. I reduced it.
Yeah, it did reduce it. It's barely noticeable. Maybe we can kick it up to an orange pad. Might need to do that to get that out. Ugh, that's bad. Somebody's going overboard.
Sometimes you need to. Oh, wow. It's gone.
Barely. Yeah, barely there. Man, see, that etches into the clear coat. That would need wet sanding to remove. We're not going to go any further. That's enough. That's enough. We got to call it.
Oh, come on.
See, there's big scratches. There's all sorts of stuff, but at least...
It blends in now.
Where is it? It's right there. Barely notice it now. See, just right there. It looks like a little smudge. That we can deal with. All right, you're going to polish the rest of it? You really want to, I know. I know, but we have another vehicle to do. Snap to it. Oh, yeah, there it is, right there. And then the other ones like are over here. So it doesn't stand out as much. See, look. Yeah, not bad. It's okay to do that for your good maintenance customers. You know, you work out little things like that, but that's according to you. You decide what you need to do for your customer. This is a great customer. We've had him for what, 2 years now? Going on to 2 years. Well, this is the second year. And we're going to make sure that our customer is happy. If I can give you any business tips, it's going to be that. It's not going to be about numbers. It's going to be about customers, because customers will bring in the numbers. I don't even worry about the numbers. I'm concerned about keeping my customers happy. The numbers will come. That's why I'm going to fix this at no charge. This PPF on the edge here, I'm going to fix that at no charge, because that's what we do. Because of the reason. So even though we dried the rest of it with a blow dryer, that was great, and we went through with a towel, we'll probably just go through it again with a quick detailer and another fresh towel just to fix any smudges. There's little smudges here and there that sometimes just get missed, see? So we'll hit that with a quick detailer. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just a little bit more.
Are you done?
One more.
Are you doing the other one now?
Yeah. I think we need a fresh towel.
Okay, that does look better.
So much better.
Yeah, we needed to do that.
Yeah.
All right, the Tahoe is almost done. So you saw we did a little bit of polishing, kind of needed to. Wifey went a little overboard, but yeah, sometimes we need to do that to make sure to get some of those things out for our good regular customers. We just need to do the tires and the wheels. We just did the interior. I didn't really film much of that because it didn't take us long. The mats actually were nice. They were very easy to clean. Basically just using an interior detailer, wipe it down, vacuum, dust. That's pretty much it. So nice and clean in there. We're gonna do the other one next. The Yukon that's out there. We're gonna switch them out. And I know it stinks. We gotta put this one out, and the pollen is not as bad, but it is dropping a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll switch the vehicles out, and when the customer comes to pick it up, we'll just quickly blow the pollen off. That shouldn't be a problem. But the paint does feel nice. We just went over it with a quick detailer and cleaned it all up. Actually, what we use for the quick detailer is from Suds Lab. Their Carnauba Mist Wax. And this is basically just a spray wax. You can use it kind of like a lubricating drying aid type of thing, but we used it as just a final wipe down. And it adds some gloss. It adds really nice slickness. So I know some of you are gonna say, you just touched the paint. I know, it's okay. Gosh, keep your pants on. So the rest of it, looking beautiful. Once again, just finishing up wheels and tires. Oh, cool, okay. That's from Detail 101, their Shine for Kicks. That's a solvent-based tire shine. And you know, a lot of that stuff can be kind of glossy, but you can kind of kill it down with wiping it down. Oh, and also this is one of their detail sprays also. Protection and gloss all in one, so we're using that. There was a couple of samples that we got from that company, Detail 101. Wow, that looks really nice. So we already had some protection on there from the Sonax spray and seal, but this just adds a little bit more gloss, and also you got to go back with the towel anyway and touch up any spots that may have been missed. All right, the Yukon is next. Now, if you haven't already guessed it and seen the other videos, or you know, this is the one that's ceramic coated. And this is now at its year mark. We have maintained this. I think we've already done a couple of videos on it. If you want to check out the initial videos, check out down below. I'll put one of the maintenance ones videos up in the card, so go check that out. So what we are going to do on this is pre-rinse it, because I want to see the hydrophobic effects first, but this one is not as bad. You see some of the spots on here. That is just from recent rain and pollen. This is very well maintained. All right, we're going to use the G-Technic citrus foam. Now this doesn't have any protection in it, but it is a stronger cleaning solution. So I don't want anything that has the protection in it. I'll top it if needed, but the coating is holding up as it should. Does it feel nice and slick still? Yeah. Oh, it feels so good. I love ceramic coated vehicles. When maintained, they're wonderful. True, they're, you know, if you just leave a vehicle like this out in the elements, you don't really take care of it and wash it properly, the coating isn't going to last. It just isn't. So there have been tests. Actually, my buddy Luke Wilson did a test with Crystal Serum Light and Exo, and it sat 18 months outdoors, only maintained twice, and it was done as a test. And yeah, the coating started to show signs of failure. It wasn't really doing that well, and he deconned it properly, he unclogged it properly. A lot of people saying that it's just clogged. Sometimes coatings will fail if they are just sitting outdoors. You can't do that to your poor vehicle. So maintain it properly, wash it frequently, because coatings are just not bulletproof. And just a huge misconception about them. Nothing is bulletproof, even PPF. You can still damage the surface of PPF, and it affects, you know, the hydrophobics, and it affects the aesthetics of it. So nothing is bulletproof. It's all just about maintaining things. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Hey, wait a second. Huh? Getting soaked over here. I got soap all up in my face. I just like splooched the wash mitt up against the door handle, and it just like went right back in my face. Oh, you need this?
I mean, I could try to do it without it.
I'd love to see it. All right, washing and rinsing is now done. We just use the DI water to rinse everything down. Now we do use DI water as just a final rinse on maintenance details, just because we don't want any water spotting issues on coatings or protected vehicles. On the rest of the types of details that we do, we don't worry about that, because we're using you know, waxes and sealants, we're polishing it and all of that. We don't have to use the DI water as a final rinse. So now, oh yeah, we're gonna use the big boy. So this big guy is one of the biggest ones that they make. It's huge. When you use it on turbo mode, however, it lasts like maybe 10-15 minutes. So you can use it on the turbo mode if you need to, but it really eats up the battery like crazy. The nozzle here and this safety tip is a rubber tip. You can get these at Car Supply's warehouse. Once again, enter the code down below. But it fits onto these Ego blowers. That is awesome. I love it. That is so easy. So with the exterior done, we're going to do the interior. It's really not going to take much because once again, it's maintenance. We're just wiping down, dusting, vacuuming, cleaning all the glass inside and out. We'll be done with this in short time. The Yukon is now done. Look how beautiful she looks. Tires and wheels were just finished. Wifey just did all the glass and it's looking great. A couple of touch-ups around the chrome grille. Oh yeah, all reset, looking gorgeous. So the coating, the Crystal Serum Light and Exo holding up extremely well on this one. And we have more coming in, some at the 3-month mark, some at the 6-month mark. So we'll show you those as they come in. One, I think, is also going on a year, and it does need an unclogging of the coating because it does have some water spotting issues. So we'll show you what we do when that one does come in. But these two are done. The black Tahoe is looking gorgeous. I am going to do the PPF strip here. I'll just show a quick little clip of that. It is what, just past 1 o'clock, and we had a late start. We started around 10 o'clock. So we knocked out 2 of these before, or right around 1 o'clock. Not bad. So with the 2 vehicles done, what do you guys think? The pre-washing or the foaming without pre-rinsing, did it work? Yeah, actually it worked really well. So of course it works well and makes sense. If you don't have water potentially inhibiting the chemicals actually reaching the paint, is it that big of a deal? I really don't think so. I think that's negligible, and it's really hard to kind of measure that across the board. You know, in some cases, yeah, I can see in certain controlled environments that, you know, just using the snow foam like that without pre-rinsing can make a big difference. But now what about for you mobile detailers? Can you do that? You kind of have to decide that for yourself. But it makes sense that when you're a mobile detailer, you're working in the full sun mostly, and it's very hard to find shade, and you're working on vehicles that have been sitting outdoors also. Again, mostly, not all the time. But if you're the type of mobile detailer that you're going to, say, office parks or people's place of work, vehicles are going to be out in a parking lot and they're just going to be baking there. You know, it's going to be so hot. So can you use that snow foaming without pre-rinsing? I wouldn't recommend it. Many other detailers like John and Pan who have shown this procedure as well, just the pre-foaming without pre-rinsing. It's not just a rule and it's not across the board. They have actually explained that you need to figure this out for yourself. Are you working in the full sun on a hot vehicle? Then pre-rinsing, of course, is smart because you're cooling down the paint. Is it going to dilute the chemical a little bit when you do pre-wash your foam? Yeah, but come on guys, it's negligible. It's really not going to make that much of a difference. If it was extremely hot and humid, it's sunny out, we wouldn't have done that. We would have rinsed and then foamed it. And again, we've done that before and it works just as well. To really put numbers to it is very difficult, but if we were to rinse first and then pre-foam it, would it get the same amount of junk off the paint? I mean, that kind of depends on the junk that's on the paint. It just went to the beach, so it was pretty bad. So it probably had salt deposits and sand and all sorts of other junk, you know, that was on the vehicle. So you have to determine that for yourself. If you're in a controlled environment, foaming the vehicle up before rinsing, yeah, it works. Will it save you a ton of water? I don't know, not really. It doesn't really save that much more water, a few gallons here and there. It really doesn't make that much of a difference when it comes to wasting water or wasting chemical or anything like that. I think those are kind of weak arguments. So once again, mobile detailers, you kind of figure out for yourself what works best. So that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, ooh, that's dark. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. If you're interested in any of the products or the tools that we used, also check out the description down below. They will be there. And once again, if you go to Car Supplies Warehouse, enter code Miranda10, you'll get 10% off all the products, some of the tools. Larger items you may not get that discount on, but the rest of the products and smaller tools you will. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. So you don't miss stuff. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.